Section 1. That unshakable feeling, more than just a glitch. Have you ever walked into a room for the very first time, yet felt an overwhelming certainty that you have stood in that exact spot before? Perhaps you've been mid-conversation, listening to a friend speak, and suddenly the words, the light, the very air around you feels like a scene replaying from a forgotten script. This strange, fleeting sensation is a common human experience, a brief and baffling moment that can leave you questioning your own senses. It's a feeling that whispers of a past that never was, a memory without a source. It's an echo in the corridors of the mind, and it has a name: déjà vu. Many people are quick to dismiss this odd feeling as a simple mistake. Section 2. Seen, lived, felt, unpacking the varieties of familiarity. At its core, déjà vu is a swift, passing feeling that a current situation has occurred before, even though you logically know it has not. It's almost always visual, tied to what you're seeing at that exact moment, which is why its name translates to already seen. This experience is typically very brief, lasting only a few seconds before the world snaps back into its normal, unfamiliar state. It leaves you with a lingering sense of wonder, a mental ripple that fades as quickly as it appeared. The key is the conflict. The feeling is strong, but the knowledge that it's impossible is just as strong. However, déjà vu is not a singular phenomenon. It belongs to a family of similar yet distinct experiences. Another related feeling is called déjà vécu, which translates to already lived. Section 3. The brain's inner workings. A glimpse at the theories. Scientists have not yet landed on a single definitive explanation for déjà vu, but several compelling theories offer clues. They all point not to a glitch, but to the incredible speed and complexity of our neural processing. One of the most popular ideas is the split-second memory lag theory. Imagine information from your senses travelling to your brain along multiple pathways. Usually they arrive and are processed simultaneously. But for a fraction of a second, a tiny delay can occur in one pathway. One part of the brain may register the scene an instant before conscious awareness does. By the time consciousness receives the signal, the information already exists elsewhere in memory. The brain then flags the incoming experience as an old memory. It's not a bug, it's a subtle timing issue in a lightning-fast system. The brain treats that slight desynchronization as familiarity, like hearing a faint echo of a sound that just happened. Another theory focuses on familiarity versus detailed recollection. Our memory system has two distinct functions: general feeling of knowing and retrieval of specific, detailed memories. Déjà vu could happen when familiarity fires without recollection. You feel you recognize a scene, but there's no specific memory to back it up. That mismatch creates the paradoxical feeling of déjà vu. A third idea: the brain's pattern-matching skill. The brain matches new experiences to old by finding patterns. A new environment might have a similar layout, similar lighting, or a similar arrangement of objects to somewhere you've seen before, but don't consciously remember. The new scene can be just similar enough to a stored pattern to trigger familiarity. You don't recall the original place. Maybe a room from a film you saw years ago, or a forgotten childhood location. But the pattern match makes the new place feel strangely familiar. The notion that the brain is doing something stranger than simply glitching is central to understanding déjà vu. A glitch implies a simple binary error, a system that is either on or off, right or wrong. But the brain is not a simple machine. It is a dynamic, adaptive, and incredibly complex. Déjà vu arises from the very sophistication of its memory processes, not from a crude failure. It's a byproduct of a system that is constantly checking, cross-referencing, and validating its own perceptions. Research into brain activity provides further clues. Studies using neuroimaging have suggested that the temporal lobe, particularly areas like the hippocampus, the rhinal cortex, play a key role. These regions are crucial for forming long-term memories and retrieving long-term memories. During an episode of déjà vu, there might be a brief, spontaneous burst of activity in the part of the brain responsible for signaling familiarity. This signal fires off by mistake, or perhaps too eagerly, applying a familiar tag to a brand new experience. It's less of a crash and more like a sensitive alarm being triggered by something harmless. Over the centuries, déjà vu has been shrouded in myth and superstition. Some people have interpreted it as evidence of past lives, a brief window into an existence they lived long ago. Others have seen it as a psychic premonition, a sign that they are on the right path, a warning of something to come. While these ideas are romantic, they lack scientific grounding. The overwhelming consensus in the neuroscience community is that déjà vu is a memory phenomenon, not a paranormal one. It is a quirk of perception and recall, a trick of the mind, not a message from another dimension. It is also crucial to bust the myth that experiencing déjà vu is a sign of mental illness, a serious neurological problem. This feeling is remarkably common. Studies suggest that up to 2/3 of the healthy population have experienced it at least once. It happens most frequently to young adults and tends to decrease with age. It can be triggered by fatigue, stress, travelling to a new place. So if you experience it, know that you are in good company. It's normal, harmless, and a fascinating aspect of being human. The experience is not a sign that your brain is failing you. On the contrary, it is a testament to the intricate and self-monitoring nature of your memory. It highlights the brain's constant effort to create a coherent and stable sense of reality. When that process has a momentary hiccup, the result is not chaos, but a strange and fleeting feeling of familiarity. It's a ghost in the machine, but the machine itself is working just as it should be, in all its fascinating complexity. So, the next time the world seems to repeat itself for a fleeting moment, don't be alarmed. Take a second to appreciate the strange feeling for what it is. It's not a glitch or a message from the great beyond. It is a brief, personal look at the sophisticated and sometimes baffling machinery of your own mind. Déjà vu is simply a reminder that the brain's work in constructing our reality is fast, complex, and occasionally surprising. It's a process far more wonderful than any simple error.